Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Newsac, Monday 28th of June 2021. We're looking for the papers. First up, New York Times. Picture two women reading Psalms by the beach in Florida, close to where the condo collapsed on Thursday. Not many people have been found. Underneath that, Native Americans feel the brunt of climate change. So historically, Native Americans were given lands that were already barely habitable for human life, and now they're becoming completely uninhabitable because of climate change. Beijing takeover of Hong Kong. Bruce Springsteen played a concert. Help needed in the Hamptons. Okay, can't seem to get enough staff to serve rich people their cold coffees, so boo-hoo. New York Times International Edition, story about the residential schools in Canada and the indigenous children where they've found loads of mass graves now. Not much else there this morning. Something about a comedian. USA Today, catastrophic collapse. That's the Florida condo. Apparently it was known that it was sinking a lot since the 90s, and an architectural study in 2019 found serious problems with it as well. It was built at a time when the building codes were way more lax. So there's going to be big repercussions over that. A lot of people are missing and presumed dead, but yeah, Biden senators hit $1.2 trillion deal. Wall Street Journal, Biden senator deal. People praying for the missing in Florida. Record heat wave sparks emergencies across Pacific Northwest. That sounds really rough. I think it's going to get as high as 46, maybe 47 degrees of our European Celsius today. Please stay safe, stay cool, stay in front of the fan if you can. Apple and Microsoft going to court over video games or something. Financial Times, there he is, the Right Honourable Sajid Javid. Yes, I said his name right. He's the Health Secretary or Health Minister now. Bit of a mouthful, but there you have it. Binance banned from Britain as global crypto crackdown widens. Third of companies that trade with the EU suffering lack in business because of red tape over Brexit. Australian evil ends. China's chilling warning on risks of man-made viruses. I looked into this. It's from 2011. They were on some UN panel and they were like, hey, maybe man-made viruses could be very dangerous and we should be careful with them. Global Times from China. Suspect number one, why Fort Detrick lab should be investigated for global COVID-19 origins tracing. Seems like a grain of truth to this. Fort Detrick does have a lab and it was criticised by the CDC. They had some major violations in 2019. Interestingly enough, in this story, they make absolutely no mention of the fact that it's possible that America were funding the research in the Wuhan Institute of Virology. They're just basically saying, please just look at America. Look, they're doing bad stuff. Maybe they did it. And one of the claims they make is that maybe it got out in July of 2019 in the summer and it wasn't picked up because of the regular cold and flu things. And maybe it got picked up in China because they have better testing facilities and a better system in place since they had SARS. So interesting. Tehran Times, Iran lays out rules for cooperation with the IAEA, that's the International Atomic Energy Association. Over on the left, opinion piece, US liberal democracy turning into totalitarian regime reminiscent of the Soviet Union. Someone had to say it. Irish Examiner, people on holidays, reopening, property, COVID spending to be cut before October budget. Presume that's some kind of government ploy to make the figures look good. Irish Times, bird in a box, reopening, the maternity hospital site, homeowners, another property story. Irish Independent, sport, opening, property, red hot house prices back to Celtic Tiger levels. Irish Sun, literal thirst posting everywhere, football at the top, then thirst posting on the left, thirst posting in the middle, pint blank, okay, talking about reopening again. That woman's looking at the pint like it's the funeral for the pint. I guess every time you serve a pint, it is the funeral for the pint, isn't it? Irish Daily Mail, Matt Hancock story. I did a little special bonus edition on Saturday of Newsac. It's behind the paywall at Patreon if you want to go on and support. Matt Hancock was all over the paper, so took a little look at that story mostly. House price story, true crime story, pint story, Guardian. There he is again, just like this. It looks like a robot just waving. Hello. There he is anyway. New job, new day. Press outside your house every morning. Nice, I guess. Independent. Javid. 4 stories across top. Hancock. Attacks on women. Education. Tennis. Vaccine story down the bottom. Times. Javid story. Patel plans for migrants to be held in offshore hub. Yeah, they're talking to the Danes. The Danes want to send their refugees to Rwanda. Down here, secret files at bus stop reveal Crimean threat. Supposedly some files just turned up at a bus stop in Kent and they detailed that. So last week when the Brits sent the boat over to Crimea, they basically says that they knew they would be provoking the Russians, that it was done specifically to provoke. So that's making a lot of people not happy. It's making me not happy because they clearly did it just to provoke and get some headlines. And, you know, it's bit of a shit show, really. They shouldn't be doing that. Daily Telegraph. There he is again. He's doing the Boris pose this time. That looks way more awkward. Don't do that again, Javid. That's not good. Social media warned over online contempt. That's to do with saying that social media companies shouldn't unfairly influence criminal trials when they're ongoing by publishing various information. Daily Express. Wimbledon. 75 Fahrenheit. Okay, good weather. No mention of it being a very strong indicator of climate change. Britain's COVID resolved. There he is again, Javid. There's Sophie, that's the wife of Prince Edward and the Queen. Of course, both of those are related to Prince Andrew. You don't need me to tell you, but Prince Andrew is still wanted for questioning in relation to the paedophile billionaire financier Jeffrey Epstein, RIP. Daily Mail, same as the Irish Daily Mail, basically. Lost children of lockdown. Shock report reveals 100,000 pupils failed to return to education full-time when their schools reopened. Maybe they can now see school for what it was, which is just a waste of time. Daily Mirror, thirst posting, disgusting Matt Hancock story. Metro, thirst posting Hancock. Thankfully, that's it for today. If you want to stay off corporate media, just click the link in the description. Alright, thanks, good luck.